Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Brooke and Ridge's reunion conversation is captured by Taylor. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor Hayes will overhear Brooke Logan's request for a reunion with Ridge Forrester, which will cause this romantic triangle to change course. Brooke is no longer the CEO of the family firm now that the Forresters have taken back control. Brooke doesn't mind that Ridge and Steffi Forrester are once again in charge of the business because she always desired that. Brooke will not make a big deal out of Hope Logan's termination, even though she didn't want it to happen. Brooke will understand why her daughter is suffering, because she doesn't approve of many of the actions Hope has taken in recent months. Brooke hopes that since things are getting back on track at Forrester Creations, they will also get back on track personally. Is a romantic reunion between Brooke and Ridge still possible? Brooke will chat with Ridge in private and try to convince him to get back together since that's precisely what she wants to figure out. Brooke will believe that her relationship with Ridge may also start over as a result of this new beginning at Forrester. Brooke will stress that it's not too late to go back to her, even though she was offended by how quickly Ridge switched to Taylor. Brooke will give Ridge a lot to ponder once she makes this reunion request during the week of May. Brooke might be able to touch Ridge's emotions a little, because he will always adore her. Taylor will see Brooke's reunion mission underway when she gets there. Taylor will undoubtedly be furious about Brooke trying to yank Ridge away from her once more. Naturally, Brooke won't give a damn about Taylor's feelings on her attempts to win Ridge over. Brooke will only care if Ridge is prepared to make amends and put their future back on course. Brooke will play up their fate and plead with Ridge to pick her, but she might not receive the response she seeks. Brooke might end this talk with a broken heart because Ridge appears quite set on sticking by Taylor for the time being. Will Ridge truly be done with Brooke for good, even though he will probably make another prediction about a bright new chapter with Taylor? Given Ridge's history of hesitancy, that's difficult to accept, so Taylor might want to brace herself for some grief of her own. Stay tuned for all the most recent romance news, as spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Ridge may soon make more modifications to his love life. Strong arguments in favor of Poppy's safety. 3 strong arguments suggest that Poppy Nozawa may be in serious danger, according to spoilers and updates for The Bold and the Beautiful. Let's examine the possible dangers that Poppy may face as a worrying story appears to be developing. Poppy decided to break off relations with Luna Nozawa, who wanted a fresh start with her mother. Poppy might have stoked a fire inside her daughter by pushing Luna and rejecting her. Luna disproved Poppy's assertion that no one would welcome her by contacting Sheila Sharp and forging a relationship as grandmother and granddaughter. Notably, Sheila may not be the ideal role model for Luna. Will Luna face Poppy and cut her out of her life in the end? Given that Luna's darker instincts are still very much alive, and that she can swing from nice to terrible like a switch, it's a thing to consider. Even though Sheila seems to have been redeemed for the time being, she may very well be responsible for Poppy's terrible demise if Luna isn't. Sheila might be motivated by a desire for retribution, both for the way she has abused Luna, and for Poppy taking advantage of John, Finn Finnegan when he was younger. Poppy's body will eventually be found, and Sheila will surely be implicated as one of the main suspects. Sheila and Poppy's tension is growing into a bitter rivalry that appears to be headed for disaster. Not only did Sheila run Lee Finnegan off the road and into the bay, but Poppy might also be the target of her hatred. We can't ignore Lee and the threat she poses to Poppy for sure. The fact that Lee choked Poppy in her workplace raises the possibility that, should Lee lose her temper once more, their rivalry could turn lethal. Lee may easily become a prominent suspect if a murder mystery is decided to be started soon. A plot like this may work best in the summer, when Poppy's body might be found and an exciting mystery could be set in motion. Social media is already buzzing with discussions about Poppy's terrible destiny, so stay tuned for updates on whether she will survive the danger that awaits her. Hope's audacious decision to leave Brooke sparks family strife. Teasers and spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. I'm hoping Logan will be prepared to leave Brooke Logan's land. Will Hope opt to leave the cabin as the mother-daughter conflict becomes more intense? She stood up for her daughter a few years back when Ridge Forrester demanded that she leave the property after Deacon Sharp returned to town. This was a major factor in Ridge and Brooke's relationship disintegrating since he thought she ought to be against her daughter. Even though Brooke doesn't want Hope to lose her job or have her line canceled, she won't have much sympathy during that week. Hope's inability to accept responsibility for the chaos at Forrester is the root of Brooke's lack of empathy. Brooke will not give Hope the consolation or assurance she needs, even if her relationship with Carter Walton ends. Rather, fans can anticipate that Brooke will show some harsh love, which will only make Hope even more irritated. When it seems that Brooke is siding with Steffy Forrester and the Forrester family rather than standing by her own daughter, Hope is probably going to be taken aback. Despite Hope's expectation that Brooke will support her, she will not have the support she wants. Could Hope's living condition change as a result of the impending major clash between Brooke and Hope? Even now, Brooke could be reluctant to kick Hope out because doing so would also force Beth Spencer to move. Feeling completely deceived, Hope might decide it's time to move away from Beth and pack up her belongings. Given the circumstances, it's easy to imagine her saying she can no longer reside on Brooke's land. Brooke may be able to get back in touch with Ridge if Hope decides to go. Given that Brooke is no longer in charge and that Hope might be living somewhere else, would Ridge think about reconciling with his ex? We know that Ridge's sentiments may shift quickly, so even if he is now seeing Taylor Hayes, he might feel pressured to go back to Brooke and continue their relationship. The dynamics may change if Brooke betrays Hope, particularly if Hope moves out as Ridge has always desired. Future spoilers indicate that Hope will need to adapt. After choosing between Taylor and Brooke, Ridge issues an ultimatum to Carter. Everyone instantly forgave Carter and held Hope responsible for the entire situation when the Forresters were given their company back. It was Carter, nevertheless, who started the disaster. Nevertheless, Hope agreed to it, and now it appears that she is paying a high price, as Steffy is abandoning Hope for the future once more. Wash, rinse, and repeat. Hopefully, they will progress past the HFTF line and provide us with another exciting ride. Given that Sheila and Luna are now great friends, we question whether Poppy's days are numbered. And if he rejects Luna, should we be worried? Has Remy gone from our lives? And given that Ridge forgave Carter, the issue we're all wondering is, will he now forgive Brooke? By putting too much hope in Finn's waiting arms, is Steffy making a mistake? According to spoilers and updates for the bold and the beautiful, Steffy Forrester may soon come to regret pushing boundaries with Hope Logan. Let's examine the possible consequences of this developing drama. Hope, her rival, might be ready to approach John Finnegan. Hope's attempts at flirtation and her impetuous drunken kiss had both been turned down by Finn in the past. Hope would not entirely give up on her affections for Finn, even though she realized that her actions were foolish. Given the current state of her relationship with Carter Walton, this is very pertinent. It might be the last straw for their relationship, because Carter is probably going to put his allegiance to Forrester Creations before his commitment to Hope. Since Hope rarely stays single for long, it's likely that she will be searching for a new romantic interest in the upcoming months as she finds herself single once more. Hope's desire for revenge is understandable given that Steffy violated the pact Carter made and forced Hope out of the business. She might rekindle her attempts to get Finn back since she feels justified in pursuing him. Given that Finn is currently embroiled in marital strife, Hope may genuinely benefit from the situation this time. The relationship between Finn and Steffy may be in jeopardy because to Luna Nozawa's paternity, especially if he decides to try to contact with his daughter against his wife's wishes. Furthermore, Steffy might have to take maternity leave in Europe, because Jacqueline McInnes Wood is actually expecting a child. Steffy might need some room from Finn, and this might be the ideal chance for Hope to approach. Hope will have multiple favorable chances to entice Finn to get closer to her. It's easy to imagine Hope expressing sympathy for Finn's conflicted feelings for Luna, and his desire to connect with her. Hope might be able to offer comfort when Finn and Steffy's marriage begins to fail. That might deepen her and Finn's relationship and set the stage for a future romance. If Steffy had complied with Carter's deal with Ridge and Eric Forrester, this scenario would have been averted. Rather, she pushed Hope out of the company and marginalized her line. According to recent teasers, Hope is determined to keep Steffy from winning, which raises the possibility that a plot for retaliation is shortly to be developed. Will Finn play a significant role in Hope's plan? Hope's vindictive tendencies could be a major obstacle if she is successful in getting Finn to become closer to her. Steffy might come to regret what she did to Hope if she begins to make dire prophecies about the future.